This is our dynamic warm-up. We're gonna warm up and stretch as we move. All right, first thing, high knees, quick pace, ready, go. What you're gonna see is toes up, heels up, knees up, good posture, 90-degree angles with their arms and their legs. You should have a 90-degree angle from your toe to your shin and from your calf to your hamstring. Going back, same thing, high knees, quick pace, ready, go. We're looking at Lauren Kolb and Megan Thompson. They're both Division I athletes, scholarship athletes. Okay, coming back, we're gonna go butt kicks, quick pace, ready, go. Now, if you notice, we don't do a traditional butt kick. We drive our knees up and try to get our heels more to our hamstrings than the back of our bottom. Excellent. Same thing going back, ready, go. They're gonna keep the same arm swing. You know, if you notice where their heels are coming up, they're coming to the back of their hamstring. It's more of a hamstring kick than it is a butt kick. We want to break that habit of having those heels come all the way up to the back of their hips, because that's not how we run. We want to make sure that we do our warm-ups the same way we run. Let's go forward arm rolls with an A skip, ready, go. Now, if you notice, they're going to bring their knees up to a 90-degree angle. They still have toes up, knees up, heels up. During our dynamic flexibility, we try to warm up our entire bodies, both from top to bottom. Okay, we're gonna go back doing hugs, ready, go. So right now we're gonna get our heart rate up. At the same time, we're gonna warm up our front delts, our chest muscles, our side delts, and we continue to do a dynamic movement with the lower part of our body. You can see that their calves are flexed. They're on their balls of their feet. The whole time that we're out here, we try to stay on the balls of our feet because those are our power pads. We wanna get a lot of power. Go ahead and grabbing thumbs, straight elbows, grabbing thumbs, ready, go. Excellent, excellent. Toes up, heels up, knees up. All right, and we'll go back with alternating front delts, ready, go. They'll continue doing their A skip throughout these warm-up exercises. Excellent. Ready, go. What I want you to watch is the 90-degree angle. Toes up, heels up, knees up. Perfect arms, great posture. Excellent, excellent. Good posture, good elbows. Now we'll go our butt kicks, quick pace, and you'll see how their heels are coming up to their hamstrings. Ready, go. Still that good arm movement, excellent posture, a little bit of a forward lean. Wonderful, wonderful. Now let's go ahead and go grabbing thumbs, ready, go. Now, their skip is an A skip. Everything we do, we try to use that same form that we do when we're running on the balls of our feet. A lot of rhythm. Coming back, we're gonna do an A skip so you see what the A skip rhythm looks like. Let's go A skips going back, ready, go. Now, if you notice, they almost look like twins, because they have the identical form, the identical rhythm, so all of our athletes look exactly the same when they do their A skips. Now, from this A skip rhythm, we're gonna go into something a little more complex called a B skip, so we can activate their hamstrings and their glutes. So we'll go B skips, ready, go. Now you notice how they pop that foot out, snap. Now that's not a kick, it's more of a push. The snap back is what is activating the hamstrings and the glutes and your calves. They're pushing off their power pads. We're gonna go ahead and go B skips, coming back one more time. Ready, go. Excellent, they still have a good arm swing, good posture with a slight forward lean. Now again, you see they're almost exactly the same. Lauren's obviously going a little further because he has a longer stride, but that's what our B skips look like. Okay, every day when we do our dynamic flexibility, we get both lateral and linear movement. So now we're gonna do some side-to-side movement. So if we're gonna face that way towards the houses, we'll go linebackers. Now our linebackers, we still have a slight bend on our knees. You'll still see a good arm swing, 90-degree angle. Ready, go. Elbows back, elbows back, elbows back. Excellent, excellent, excellent. We wanna make sure that we keep our hips and our toes and our shoulders square, so we're not turning our hips. That way we get our hip flexors and our TFL bounds warm up. So we'll see them going back. We want to make sure that we go both sides of the body. So linebackers going back, ready, go. Make sure your athletes squat down, chest up, chin up. All right, let's go ahead and face the opposite way. Now we're gonna do fly like a bird. Make sure those arms get nice and tall. Get your side delts. All right, ready? And go. Now we call these fly like a bird for the simple reason they look like they're flapping. Now this is to activate those side delts and still keeping them at a good squat position. Chest up, chin up. Okay, same thing going back. Fly like a bird. Ready, go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hips, shoulders, toes, square. Okay, we'll start with our first stretch. We call this 1, 2, 3, grab a knee. What you'll notice is their toes are up. They're pulling their knees up to a 90-degree angle. Great posture. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, grab a knee, go. Now what I tell for the coaching point is I tell my kids I want to see the bottom of their cleats or the bottom of their shoes. If you notice, as they lift their legs, their posture is great, and you can see the bottom of their cleats because they're dorsal flexing their feet. Now it's important that they get great posture, use their balance. Having the kids practice their balance is very important. Excellent, you guys. Okay, so our next stretch, we're gonna do what we call sumus. You'll see the athletes stretch to the right, stretch to the left, and then they'll lock their knees back and they'll stretch the middle to stretch their hamstring and their glutes. Ready, go. It's important that you tell your athletes as a coaching point not to rush their stretches. This is not a race. We do these controlled, take our time, no pulled muscles. But as you notice, we do our stretching, we're still moving, so our athletes' heart rates continue to stay raised. So as we're stretching, we're still working on our cardiovascular system, we're opening up their lungs, and we're not sedentary. We're not standing still, grabbing our toes. We don't do static stretching anymore to warm up. We'll do static stretching at the end of a workout if we have time, but we no longer do that before our events because we don't want our athletes stretching when they're cold. Again, if you notice, both Megan and Lauren, they look like twins. Their stretching is exactly the same. They're very disciplined. Now, both of these athletes, I've been working with them for about 5 years. And again, they're both collegiate athletes. Megan is a cross-country and track athlete at Cal State Bakersfield, and Lauren is a wide receiver for Harding University in Arkansas. Now, prior to doing our stretches, you notice we did a few athletic movements. That way the body's got a little bit warmed up. We got their heart rates going. And then now we'll do a few more movement drills until we go to our next stretch. Okay, so our next exercise, we call these straight leg bounds. Our straight leg bounds are activating their calves, their hamstrings, and their glutes. So straight leg bounds, ready, go. We want to put a lot of power into the ground. A lot of power into the ground. We're going to go ahead and do that same thing going back. We really want to push them off their power pads. That's the balls of their feet. Okay, they're not on their tiptoes, they're their balls of their feet. If you notice, when you watch them going back, the heels never touch the ground. A lot of power with hamstring and calves. Glutes, ready, go. Have them move quick, 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 quick. Drive. You notice both their calves are flexed because of the power they're putting into the ground. The more power you put into the ground, the more energy it gives back to you. Excellent, excellent. Let's go ahead and go walking lunges. Walking lunges, ready, go. Now this is both a stretch and a strength move. Now you notice both Megan and Lauren are bringing their feet up into a 90-degree angle before they go down into their lunge. It's very controlled, slow, deliberate, controlled. Both of them are working their arm swing. But again, if you notice, they both look identical. Balance is important. Okay, don't let your athletes just let their feet drop down. Put it down in a controlled fashion. Excellent, excellent. All right, going back, we're gonna go back run, back run. As they, on the back run, what we're gonna watch is how they both have a good forward lean. And literally, this is not a back pedal, it's a back run. So they'll be running backwards. You'll notice a good knee lift, elbows back, forward lean. Ready? Go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You guys, I'm gonna have you do back run again, coming back, so we can see what you look like coming the other way. Okay, back run coming back, ready, go. Excellent, excellent. Elbows back, nice reach, fantastic. All right, the next stretch and movement drill, we call these backwards dog over bush. And we're gonna go away from the camera with backwards dog over bush. Coming back, we'll do the regular dog over bush so you can see what the difference is. Ready, go. Now again, it's very important that we get their hip flexors warmed up and their TFL band warmed up. So you notice still the the 90-degree angle, toes up, heels up, knees up. Excellent, guys, excellent. All right, we're gonna do dog over bush coming back. Go ahead and take your time. Ready, go. This is all hip flexor, groin, and TFL band work, which is very important for your athletes. It's gonna prevent those hip pointers, prevent pulled groin muscles. Now we are stretching and warming our bodies up, again, with dynamic movements. If you notice throughout our entire drill, to our warm-up drill, we never stop moving. So once you get your athlete's heart rate raised, it'll never go down throughout the entire, and this exercise is going to take us between 20 and 30 minutes. I know some coaches don't like to spend that much time on warm-up drills, but at the same time, we don't have to do as much conditioning because throughout our warm-ups, we're conditioning also. Excellent, excellent. Okay, now we're going to go skips for height. Skips for height. What I want you to notice as they leave, I want you to notice their calves, how they're flexed. They're trying to get as high as they can. And with this drill, we'll transition to another drill that's very similar. Ready? Skips for height. Go. Excellent. I want you guys coming back. Skips for height. Skips for height. Notice the 90-degree angle. Ready? Go. Now the coaching point for this, I tell the kids, think of a knee punch. So they're going to drive their knees up, drive their knees up. Excellent, excellent. All right, now we'll transition from the skips for height into our regular bounds, because basically it's the same exercise. One is just going forward and one is going up. So regular bounds. Ready, go. Notice that nice long back leg, power off that back foot, putting a lot of explosion into the ground, a lot of explosion. I'll repeat it again. The more energy you put into the ground, the more energy you'll get back from it. So they're going to come back and do that exact same thing again. You notice the good 90-degree angle, toes up, heels up, knees up. Regular bounds, ready, go. Great arm swings. Very powerful, very powerful. Excellent, excellent. Now we're going to go back into another stretch. I give the athletes an opportunity to kind of catch their breath. So this one, we're going to stretch our quad and our hip flexor. So you'll grab the foot and you want to rotate your hips so your knees are pointing behind you to stretch that entire quad and that hip flexor. All right, ready, go. Tell them to arch your back a little bit. See how their knees are coming behind us. Now the coaching point for this is, don't let your athletes just point their knees straight to the ground, because then they're only going to warm up their head of the quad. I want to get that entire leg from the hip flexor all the way through the knee. So a little bit of an arch, rotate your hips, and let them know to point their knees behind them. Good arch in the back. That way we get the entire leg warmed up instead of just the head of the quad. Okay, now we're going to start with some lateral movement. We're going to start with karaoke slow pace. Now we do this karaoke two different ways. Actually, we'll do three versions of it. Slow pace is more for power than it is for flexibility. So we'll start with slow pace karaoke. Ready, go. Now what I want you to notice is that they're on the balls of their feet. Again, both athletes, they look exactly the same. Good rotation of the hips, twisting that trunk. I want all the lateral movements to go back and forth so you get both sides of their body. Same thing going back, slow pace, ready, go. Now when they're doing karaoke, you want a coaching point will have your athletes make sure they rotate their hips and keep their core flexed. This should work if they do, especially this next one, we do quick pace karaoke. Their core should activate, their abs actually should be a little bit sore if they do this correctly. So we're gonna go karaoke, quick pace, ready, go. Now you notice both of them are moving their hips, their bodies are flexed, their core is flexed, they're not just letting their body go loose. Excellent, 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 that's perfect. Shoulders square, same thing, quick pace, ready, go. Notice how their shoulders are square to the camera. They're not moving their shoulders back and forth. This is a hip and a torso exercise. We want to warm up that torso. Now we're going to do what we call crossovers. It's a similar drill to karaoke's, just a little bit more dynamic. So crossovers, ready, go. We call them crossovers because we want to make sure they're stepping up and over the knee. Up and over the knee. Now this is not a kick. And what you'll notice is a lot of your athletes will want to kick across their shins instead of driving their knees up. This exercise does a couple things. It warms up the torso and the hips. It also works on quick twitch fibers. If you notice, they go from a slow karaoke into a quick movement, stepping up and over. So it helps activate those quick twitch fibers. Ready, go. Still toes up, heels up, knees up. Great flex, toned body. Excellent, excellent, excellent.